I recognize the honourable member for Halifax Needham.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm pleased to be here today to speak about this important piece of legislation, and the NDP caucus has been pleased to work with other parties to bring this forward. My community has been calling out for action on discrimination and racism in Nova Scotia for generations, and they have been continuing to do so tirelessly. For too long, African Nova Scotians have been treated as second-class citizens, and our province of Nova Scotia is often called the Mississippi of the North. Make no mistake, there is no debate on racism and hate. Our experience is real, and the struggle is real. I'm really glad that in 2022, we can present this piece of legislation here at this House of Assembly. This legislation is a positive start, but there is far more work to do to take this issue seriously. I would like to thank everyone who provided their input, used their voice in this process, and the staff who worked tirelessly to make this happen. This has been a difficult process. The timelines for consultation with community were ambitious and were quite short with a suggested predetermined outcome. And the government has not yet committed to properly funding this work. I am proud to have worked with my caucus in consultation with community to bring forward important elements of this bill that would not have been present otherwise, such as stronger reporting mechanisms in the legislation and the requirement for public bodies to create strategies in response to this bill. Of course, it is disappointing that we miss so many solutions we know have community support, like recognition of calls for reparations for slavery and systemic racism, a legislative ban on street checks, stronger language on race-based demographic data, and occupational health and safety enhancements to include psychological safety and racist behavior. And these were all information that was given by community through the consultation. So we'd love to see some more of that added into this particular bill. But despite these shortcomings, we've had an opportunity here to work with communities and on-the-ground organizations as we work to improve this bill and act on an anti-racism agenda in Nova Scotia. In fact, we will have an opportunity to do this in the coming days when the bill comes to Law Amendments Committee. Can we include more people in this process and ensure community is adequately consulted? Absolutely. Can we make this bill better and as strong as it needs to be? Absolutely. If there's one principle I would like us to hear and understand as we move forward is this: the end result of this process shouldn't be government telling government what it needs to do to address racism and discrimination. The end result of this process should be government listening to the communities most impacted by racism and discrimination who have been telling us what is needed for too long, and then to act on what it has heard, and to ensure adequate funding is provided for outcomes called upon. So, in short, I'm pleased to have come to this point, and I'm committed to seeing a bill that ensures my community and myself feel safe and respected in our province. Thank you.